Well, let's talk about learning from mistakes. All right. I was doing pretty good on the first handle. And I thought, okay, I'm kind of tired from doing all that. I'll just go to sleep. Well, my mind was still active about, like, oh man, why don't you just finish this other one up? So let's go through several mistakes that I did. The first one was, do you see how this one is fitted to this side of the handle and everything? I should have left it there and just gotten longer screws to attach, the other handle over here. But what I did was I removed this when it was finished and set it aside. And the thing about handles is, this could fit over here, or this could fit over here. Not really that way, see? The curvature and everything. I didn't mess up the curvature. I don't know what exactly I did, because I compare these. Well, I compare these with, the original handles, and the shape and the contours are pretty close. They left a little more wood off on the end here. All right, so that's not the main thing. The first step was I used that coping saw and I started sawing down, into the excess wood. And then I was going sideways. Now, the reason why I was doing it in sections like this was the blade, if you don't control it, has a tendency to walk down and away and go off track. But if you make these side cuts, this is what I was doing in theory anyways, it would have allowed me to, saw in sections. But I don't know if you can see that. There's a chip right there. But what I was doing was I was starting to saw, and I saw it was saw. A lot of saws in here. I observed that the blade was going off track, and so I stopped doing that and started using sanding. Well, that's fine. I mean, it was crude and everything, but you've got excess wood and you're going to sand it down so you can cover up some of your mistakes. The biggest mistake I made was trying to do the countersunk screws. Remember before when I said, oh, you could just drill it all the way down? You can't. And I mentioned that too. You can't drill this diameter, the outer diameter, all the way down, or you won't have anything to grab to in the wood. Now, I knew that, and I was holding the stuff right here in this block, and I've got a variable speed drill. See? And I was trying to go slow. Well, it's reversed right now, but I was trying to go slow. Not that fast. So you can go. And when sticking in wood, that was the speed I was trying to get. Anyways, it went too far. A drill naturally wants to go too far. So, in theory, these are not totally unsalvageable, because what you can do is just put a washer, and then you have another bigger head, and you won't see it as much. You just look down at the handle and you would see that, one side has washers on it. The other thing is just to order another set of these handles and start over again. Because when I got everything all lined up and matched up on this, the sanding wasn't correct. So you have to flip the stuff over. See, when I put it like that, and you line up these screws, we got a big metal gap on one side. So, anyways, like they said, necessity is the mother of invention and everything. I should have just waited. Toby's sending me a set of countersunk drill bits. I should have used the right thing. I should have waited. If I would have waited until this morning and done this instead of the middle of the night up here working on stuff, I wouldn't have made as many mistakes. But, like I said, I'm not going to cover up, I'm not going to sit here and show you a perfect handle on one side, and then the next time you see a video, there's a perfect handle on the other side, and forget to tell you that, oh yeah, I did screw up. Because I think you can learn more from your mistakes, because this was costly. All this has been sanded down and everything, and I screwed it up with this. It's like I said, it's not totally screwed up, but I'm just frustrated enough with it that I'm gonna give up on that handle and start again. Maybe even with two, but I like the way this one's, finally made it, and I know how much work it is to get to there. So, anyways, it's a long-winded story just to tell you that whenever you do something like this, and if you're not skilled like me, and you don't always have all of the proper tools and everything, each time you add one of those factors in, like skill and improvised tools and everything else, skill levels down and improvised tool, you increase the chances of it not coming out the way you wanted it to. And so a lot of times when I approach these, I'm expecting myself to mess up. I was actually surprised how well this one so far had gotten, just using hand tools and everything. It actually feels fairly decent, and I'm not finished contouring it. But I stopped because I messed up several times on this one. The hacking down, that in theory that sounded good, but I'd been better off with just using a rasp, to take the wood off. So there we go. Just thought I'd give you that update. We got a little setback, but all is not lost, Oh, and one other thing. Let me find that. I have these micarta slabs that are actually thin enough. They're probably a little too thin compared to. These would be more for like a pocket knife and stuff like that. But I'm not going to switch over to that. But I just wanted to mention that places like Smoky Mountain, well, at least Chicago Knife Works sells the Rough Rider bone blanks, the knife scale blanks and stuff. And that's an idea, for making stuff. But I wanted to stick with wood because it's, a bushcraft type of style. But anyway, these will be countersunk properly when I get the bits in that Toby is sending. And the secondary piece of wood, now, I could use a bigger size head if they make it on these. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. So I just thought I'd give you that update. There you go. Doesn't always go perfect, especially when I'm working on it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.